Hey everybody, Aaron James here of Crafty Housewife Yarns and Spinolution, and look what I got in the mail. I'm super excited about these. These are the new Spinperfect aftermarket bobbins. They are 3D printed. So it's technically a different company, Spinperfect, but it is created by Mike Polly of Spinolution, who, is the owner and designer of all of our wheels. And I just love everything he designed, so I was very excited about these. So you see, this is an 8-ounce I ordered for my King Bee, and this is a 4-ounce that I ordered for my Pollywog. And I'm going to give you I haven't used them yet, I just took them out of the package, so I'm going to take it back apart, show you how to put them together, show you how I'm going to attach the leader thread, because it's a little different. And then we'll take it for a spin on both wheels and see what we all think about it. So I'm really excited. Like I said, a 3D printer, I don't know that much about 3D printing, but we actually have it's like a kids science museum here, and it has a 3D printer, and I don't know if you can see all these different, they're tiny, tiny little lines. And so, like I said, at the Kids Science Center here, they have a 3D printer that, they have demonstrations on, and so each tiny little line had to be printed. It's like a plastic material that's, heated up and then printed from a pattern. So the amount of little tiny lines that it would take to make one of these absolutely blows my mind. So, I don't know at all how long it would take to make one of these, but from what I've seen of 3D printers in action, I feel like each one of these had to be pretty time intensive. So that was my first impression with it. And like I said, I'm kind of a nerd on things. Like I said, you can see in the light, I just think it's so cool the way all these little zigzag pattern to make it fit. You can see it's just like our regular bobbins with the washer. So anyhow, they're incredibly cool. I'm super impressed with them. One of the benefits of this is not only are they lightweight, they are curved, so that, you've got maximum space to, fill them up. And they also come apart. So y'all know, if you follow my channel, that I like to take my wheels on vacation with me to keep up with production. So it always is kind of awkward when, my Pollywog folds up really well, but then, you have, especially if you're taking, a King Bee with, a bigger bobbin, it's like pretty substantial thing if it doesn't bend. So I absolutely love that you can just, unscrew it, stack it, throw it in a little zippy bag, and, they're nice and secure and flat for travel. So they come like this in the mail. So they come, taken apart. And the way you put them together is, you see you've got one with a big hole and one with a little hole. So take the one with the big hole first. And you see with the shaft, you've got a big side and a little side. So take the one with the big hole, and you're going to slip it over the little hole and bring it down to the screw on this side. And you'll see how it's kind of beveled. You want the beveled side, or the side that says Spinolution here, you want that facing up. So bring that down to the big side. And then I'm going to switch hands here because I'm right-handed. But then you just kind of hold it securely, hold this part still, and then rotate the shaft in there. And one key feature, don't put the grip of death on this like my husband likes to do on the mayonnaise jar at our house, where it's ah, and then you can't get it unscrewed. So screw it firmly together, but definitely resist the urge to really crank it that one last time, because it is, a plastic material, so if you really crank it in there, it could be hard to unscrew, which then would defeat the easy to travel part. So put that on, like I said, with the bevel in the front, the bevel facing in. Then you're going to take this side, and you're also going to screw it on, but with the bevel facing in. And, same idea, just screw the little end on the little end. And then that way you've got your two beveled sides on the inside. And the reason that that's important is one of the things I'm very excited about with this Pollywog 4-ounce one is that this should, due to the design of this here, whereas the regular one's just a straight line with the wood, so you've got a straight line here and a straight line here. On the regular wooden bobbins, that's really limiting your space. On this 4-ounce bobbin to right here. Whereas with this nice bevel you have, we can now fill this up all the way up this side. So I'm really excited. Y'all may have seen some of my other videos about, like, you can get 4 ounces of fiber on the 4-ounce bobbin, but you know, like, it's a little bit of a challenge. So I'm hoping it will be less of a challenge on this little guy. So that is how you put it together. Okay, so for attaching the leader thread, you may notice that there is no, I call it a paper clip, even though it wasn't a paper clip. On the wooden ones, it looks like there's like a metal clip. And on this one, there's kind of like little notches. And I may change my mind on this, but what I've done is I've made a loop, and then I'm just going to slip knot, you know, just pull that through. And then I'm going to feed it up, and we'll see how this goes with the spinning, to where this little notch is. So I'm going to put it on that end, and then when I actually start spinning, I'm going to kind of tuck that under this little notch here. And I'm thinking that should help hold it, you know, because you only need it really held tight until you get that first rotation around, and then it locks anyway. So we'll see how that goes. But that's my plan, is just to have this slip knot where I can, you know, then use that as my leader thread. So that's the plan. All right, everybody, let's take this little guy for a test run here. So this is my 4-ounce bobbin for my Pollywog. You can see in comparison to the 4-ounce bobbin that comes with it, it's wood. And see, this wooden base here is what's really making this have a smaller area that you can fill with fiber. I mean, look at all this extra area you've got on the Spinperfect bobbin. So I am super excited about this. I really like the shape. It's feels like, you know, it just feels like it's going to hold more. So I'm really excited about it. So it goes on just like your regular bobbin would. So, you know, take the end there with the metal bushing, and it pops right on. Like I said, I kind of rotated it a bit. I've just got this slip knotted on there like you saw a minute ago. So let's see if this takes up. I'll loosen my tension a bit. Got just some real basic fiber, some scrap wool, and yeah, there it goes. So I wanted to have the best camera angle here for you. But I didn't even need to, I was hypothesizing maybe that you use these little notches to hold it on there, but it actually, with that slip knot, worked perfect. I didn't need to do anything, so it's feeding right on there. The Pollywog, I feel like, spins really smooth anyway, so, I mean, I would say this is a super lightweight, fast spin, but that's the same way I feel about the Pollywog with the bobbins that come on it, so, you know, it definitely is a very lightweight, smooth spin. I feel like that's, if you were really into lace weight yarn, you might notice more of a difference. I'm just spinning like a thin single here. Alright, here you see I've got my 8-ounce on my King Bee, and I'm really excited about this one. This is an older model King Bee, meaning it doesn't have the golden whirl, and so, you know, it's an older wheel, but it still spins great, and it's actually probably my favorite. I love my King Bee. So I did make sure that I ordered the smaller 1/4 inch shaft for my King Bee, because you see mine has the smaller pre-golden whirl engineering rod. So do make sure that you order, if you have a newer King Bee or a worker bee or one of the newer wheels, you'd want to order the larger sized rod shaft there. I ordered the smaller one because, as you see, I have an older one with a smaller rod. So it pops right on there. It feels super secure, which I'm really excited about, because some of my other bobbins, I think, have gotten a little loose and they make a little bit of noise sometimes. So I'm really excited about that tight fit. I've got my same setup here, and I haven't adjusted any of these. Let's see, I probably need to, oh yeah, probably need to actually put it in here. Hold on. There you go. Let's see, okay, okay, I am very happily spinning away on my King Bee, and here, I'm going to shut up for a second. Listen. It's absolutely silent, which makes me super happy, because as I'd mentioned, this is an older wheel, and I have one bobbin that is kind of rattly. and I'm not really sure why. And I think it's that it doesn't fit in there. It's not making a good connection. But this one is and I had high hopes for this, and I'm very happy. So listen. You can actually hear my kids outside yelling at each other because it's so quiet. And full disclosure, I did end up retying the leader thread on this because when I was trying to pedal it, this material is very slippy. It was just kind of spinning. I took the leader thread off and actually just tied a knot, like tied it onto here instead of doing a slip knot, and that seemed to give it just the little bit of extra grip that it needed to start taking up my fiber. So on the 4-ounce one, the slip knot worked fine. On this one, I guess maybe because it's larger, it was kind of slipping, so I took my leader thread off. I just tied it, like I left it as a loop, and then I tied the loop onto the bobbin, and that gave me, after that it worked perfect. So here you go. I'm absolutely thrilled with this. I only ordered one of each size, just the 1 4-ounce and the 1 8-ounce. I'll probably just keep the 1 4-ounce because if I'm really trying to pack fiber on the Pollywog, I can spend like 2 ounces on one of these, 2 ounces on the other, and then when I two-ply onto the Spinperfect one, which will give me that little bit of extra space. So for now, I'll probably hold off on buying more of the Pollywog ones, even though I do like it so much, there's a very good chance I'll be ordering more. I love this on my King Bee. Like I said, I really like how well it fits in there, and I like how quiet it is. So I have to admit, I will probably be like later today ordering 2 more of the 8-ounce ones for my King Bee, because this really makes me happy. This is very quiet, so I would say if you have a Spinolution wheel that you bought used or something, if you feel like it's got a little bit of a rattle with the bobbins, it's probably that it's not making a great connection, and this seems to have totally solved that problem. So I'm really happy about that. And because yeah, I definitely knew it was a bobbin thing, because like my wooden ones, and you can see the difference here. You know, the wooden ones, it's like 2 of them were fine and 1 of them was rattly. So it's like that one's just not making a good connection. But these are definitely, especially in the larger bobbins, this is much heavier than this is. So I think it's just making a really snug connection. And then because it doesn't have that extra weight, when it's spinning, it spins smoother instead of having the extra weight. So like I said, I'll still be using all of my bobbins, but I definitely see myself ordering more of these 8-ounce ones. So anyhow, that's my official rundown on the Spinperfect bobbins. I'm really excited about them, so thank you for watching along. And I'm Erin James, if you don't know me. I'm a dealer for Spinolution, so just to clarify, because, you know, I don't want there to be confusion, you can buy, and this is a horrible camera angle of me, there you go, to clarify, you don't buy the Spinperfect bobbins, and I've heard rumors that there's going to be a lot of really fun, like, aftermarket accessories and attachments, not just for Spinolution brand wheels, but for other brand wheels. I know they've got some Lewitt bobbins on there now, which who knew? So anyhow, those are purchased directly by you from Spinperfect, whereas the Spinolution wheels, and then like if you want the wooden bobbins or the nitty knotties, any of the other Spinolution accessories that are like Spinolution name brand, those have to be purchased through dealers. And if you need a dealer, I know one. It's me. So I'll link to like the Spinolution section of my site in this video. I'm also going to link the totally separate website for Spinperfect if you already have a Spinolution and you are now dying to get your own Spinperfect bobbins. That is one thing. So you don't buy those through a dealer. If you already have a dealer that you love, they cannot sell them to you. So go buy them yourself. They're on the Spinperfect website. And if you are new and you don't have a Spinolution wheel, or you need any sort of other accessories or upgrades, I would be happy to help you with that. So anyhow, let me know. I hope you enjoyed my review video. I literally like just unboxed it and you saw me do everything. So that was my very honest opinion on, you know, how they came out, how they go together, how they spin. I'm super excited about it. So yay, Mike. Yet another really awesome thing, and I can't wait to, like I said, I'm going to have to admit that I have to go buy 2 more of the 8-ounce ones now. So happy spinning, everybody, and if you have any questions, post below, and I may not be the one who sells you the Spinperfect stuff, but I will do my best to answer any questions for you and ask the appropriate people and hopefully get those answers. So if you need any help, let me know. Bye.